Let's talk about anxiety. We talk about mental health matters all the time on this channel. And this is the Voices of Victory channel. I am your host, Mario Leone. And we even have to conquer our own health, our own minds, our own debt, you name it. And today's episode is the calm down power of GABA for anxiety. Welcome back to the show. This is going to be your weekly dose of mental awareness wisdom today. And today's topic is going to be something that we all struggle with at some point in our life, anxiety. And guess what? It's that little powerful molecule out there in our brains that could actually help us find some inner peace. It's called GABA. GABA do. All right. Now, that being said, you might be thinking, what is so special about GABA? And what is GABA? Well, if you think of your brain as a bustling city, there are all of these nerve signals that are just flying around in your skull. And sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming, and that's where GABA actually comes in. It acts like a city's traffic manager, calming things down and making sure that everything is moving smoothly. So what is GABA overall? GABA stands for gamma aminobutyric acid. But here's the deal. It's not as intimidating as it may sound. It's a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger in the brain, and it's going to help you regulate your mood. It's going to help you with sleep. It even will help with muscle tone. And you can think of it as that little calming switch that you could just flip inside your head when things get to be too much to handle. This is the chill factor of GABA. And GABA does this. What it does is it slows down the communication between the nerve cells. This is like lowering the entire volume on the city's radio and making everything feel less intense for you. Now, it also steps into reducing excitability in the brain. It calms down those hyperactive neurons inside the brain, creating a sense of relaxation. So GABA and anxiety, they are friends. They work together. They can actually work together, believe it or not. Anxiety thrives on a high state of excitability. It's like that constant running of overdrive. And GABA puts the brakes on everything. It reduces those thought activities that go on in the skull. Think of it like putting your mind in neutral. It promotes relaxation. It's going to support your sleep. And a calm brain means more restful brain and less worry as well. When it comes to muscle and the tension that you get from a workout, it's not just a mental thing. It's not just anxiety. It also supports the relaxation of the physical tension as well. That's the beauty of it. So how to boost your GABA levels is what this is all about. Now, what I want to share with you is this doesn't account for medical advice. You could always reach out to a doctor and see if anything is contraindicated before undertaking anything else. But how we can boost GABA levels overall is through diet. When we look at foods that are rich in tryptophan, because the precursor to GABA production, such as fish, turkey, and nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Now, exercise is also supportive because you need a surefire way to increase levels and release those stress hormones, and that calms your system down. So the physical activity is necessary. It's going to be part and parcel of the whole process. Stress management as well. You can't just be all chemical and no management. We have to understand the behavior, the principles of thinking, that there's a difference between thoughts and thinking. Thinking is insistent, and thoughts, you can allow them to come and go. You don't have to sink your teeth into every thought that happens. And we can also do supplementation. You can talk to your doctor about incorporating GABA supplements if they're needed. You can look at herbal teas, chamomile, which used to grow on the soccer fields in Italy. And in my family, we used to take chamomile when we were kids. We would have chamomile tea all the time. And I think I knew what my parents were really trying to do. They were trying to get us to settle down. And we can look at lavender as well. Lavender sprays are pretty common. You can actually spray your pillow at night before you go to bed. And as long as you don't have any allergies to it, you might sleep like a baby. So GABA is a natural ally in the fight against anxiety. So it's important to note that every person's body obviously works different. So you always want to maybe get some tests with a doctor. That's fine. But you have to find out what works for you. And you got to do some experimentation to some degree. Just do it intelligently, and make sure it's not contraindicated of what your doctor wants you to do. So we embrace this neurochemical, and it can be a very large golden skeleton key that will allow you to step towards something more calmer, achieve a sense of calm in your life, and bring some peace to your brain and your heart for a change. So thank you for joining me today on the Voices of Victory channel. And you could download my wonderful PDF, the 50 foods that actually support anxiety, in the Podbean link below, in order to support this channel. But it will also support you, because coming from a background of culinary arts where nutrition was absolutely mandatory, and then spending 33 years studying nutrition on your own, you learn to fall in love with it. Have a great day. See you in the next episode.